Right, hello. We are sort of getting towards the first week into October, so obviously we're having a bit more autumnal weather now. The daytime temperatures are getting cooler and nighttime temperatures are definitely getting below sort of 10 degrees. That being said, we have got a mini heat wave at the weekend coming in the next couple of days, so we should be into sort of mid-20s then. But in general, things are only going to go downhill at this point. So I thought I'd better do an update on, I'd say, the permanent plantings in the hothouse here, but that's mainly going to be about the elephant ears, because they're the ones that have took over and put on the most growth in the short time they've been in. So let's have a bit of a look and see what's going on. So this is pretty much exactly a month now that things have been planted up in here. So in just 4 weeks, you've got to appreciate the fact that most of these Colocasias, elephant ears, I had to cut all the leaves off because they were covered in spider mites. So I might have just left the new emerging leaf. But yeah, in general, what will come back, so just in them 4 weeks, the amount of growth, I'm well aware that these plants grow fast, and this is sort of mimicking their natural environment, if you will. I mean, the thing is, growing in the UK, we're used to even fast growing sort of plants growing quite slowly because we don't get them constant high temperatures, and maybe not the humidity they want either. But yeah, so what we've done is we've mimicked that environment for them by being in the hothouse. The temperatures are even. It's been a pretty overcast day. The sun's now starting to come out, and it's about 22 degrees near at the moment, but that's gonna probably go up to about 28 to 30 degrees in here come sort of afternoon time. Anyway, so I have dropped the misting system right down just to twice a day instead of once every 2 hours, and that's just for the things to restore the humidity, but I don't want to get too wet in here, and because I'm well aware I'm going to have to start drying things out at some point. Anyway, let's get on. I keep rambling on, probably stuff I've already gone over, but I don't know, some of you might not watch the previous videos I've done on this area. But anyway, so let's have a look at the elephant ears. We'll sort of start in the middle, because the marigolds, Colocasias, have just really sort of amazed me how well they've done. And I'm not saying these are huge leaves, but this particular type don't really get massive leaves. I mean, they probably get a little bit bigger than this, but in general it's sort of a gold ornamental variety rather than grown for size. But yeah, the main plant, which is the one in the middle here, is actually smaller than the suckers that I took off. So that was interesting, because I had one plant with 2 smaller suckers. That's one of the suckers here, and this is the other one this side. So yeah, this one particularly has outgrown the original plant just in them 4 weeks. So that's quite impressive. And again, I did have to cut most of the leaves off on these due to spider mites. Obviously that's not an issue anymore with good airflow and the humidity. So yeah, can't fault them. They've grown really well. Another one that sort of amazed me, because I had this as a little plug and it didn't do nothing for ages, is this Jack's Giant. And I'm fully aware that these get a lot bigger as well, but again, you've got to remember this is a very small plant 4 weeks ago. And again, really sort of impressed me, the growth rate on that. I did squeeze a couple of little Thai giants in. These are the seedlings that I grew at the beginning of the year. Not particularly huge leaves on them, but still a nice contrast to some of the other leaves. And the Pharaoh's Mask, again, this was 4 weeks ago. It had no, I'd say, adult leaves, you know, the ones that really sort of curl back. They were more, this was like the latest leaf when I put it in, so that was 4 weeks ago. And in the 4 weeks we've had 2 nice new leaves out of that. Again, not really grown for the size, you know, they are nice size, but you know, but this for the 3D effect, you know, just something totally different to most other sort of colocasias or elephant ears you'd grow. Redemption, so I brought one plant, divided them into 2. One has done slightly better than the other because it's the slightly lighter side, this side. But again, pretty much all the leaves cut off. So in 4 weeks we've had 2 new leaves out of this. So this one's sort of barely sort of turned pink, and this one's gone a bit more what we expect to see. But again, this side is slightly more ahead just due to the slightly higher light levels this side. But yeah, not disappointed with that. That's done quite well. I'm just looking forward to next year to see how they do with a full season in there. You know, again, 4 weeks of growth, a full season, and you'll be looking at proper jungle in here. And just to mention that the pups on the Redemption are getting quite a good size as well. Alright, so as regard to Alocasias, I do find it a little bit slower than Colocasias. So this was a very small plant when it went in, and it has thrown out a bit of new growth, but nothing that's sort of jumping out at you. Perhaps this side's done a bit better. So again, this is a Alocasia Petora. So this has kicked out a couple of good sized new leaves, that one there and this one. So that's done quite well. So yeah, just again, just to repeat myself, these are plants I've grown for years, or maybe not all of them, you know. So the Pharaoh's Mask and Redemption are new this year for me, but a lot of these I've grown for several years and not really had anything in regards to results like I've got in this short time, just the 4 weeks grown in here. So, and it's a bit different from growing in a greenhouse because they tend to grow out, dry out real quick, whereas this environment I can keep it a lot more humid. And yeah, I've tried growing stuff in a greenhouse before, and inevitably you get absolutely hammered by the spider mites because it's just too dry. So yeah, I mean, that's a bit of an experiment for me, but I can see now that next year I'm going to have some fun with these, and these are all going to be left in, so we will see what survives the winter and what doesn't. But like I say, with all the little offshoots and pups off some of these colocasias, I will be potting up and bringing indoors to overwinter. So that's my insurance policy. But other than that, we will see how they do, and look forward to a full season next year. Right, so if you do like this kind of video, like and subscribe, and thank you for any new subscribers, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.